And just about to get underway as the starting five. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for... And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
And the Clippers starting 5. They've got Jackson. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2 spot. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Now, here's George. Jackson has the open look. That 3 off the mark. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And finished off by Leonard.
Well, almost effortless there from Kawhi Leonard. The reach and leaping ability. Look out.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. 4-point game. Giannis against Batum. Shots good by Middleton.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Chris Middleton. The rebound by Holiday. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, George. Here's Zubac. Outside for George. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
DiVincenzo against George. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Outside, George. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here is Holiday. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
An intense competitor. It's clear that Holiday enjoys going hard at the defense and finishing on them.
Now here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes it to George. There's the pass to Zubac. Clock at 4. Leonard attacking, and then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, this guy is such a physical presence. Kawhi, phenomenal at finishing on the post. Possesses great touch and great length.
Batum against Antetokounmpo. Inside. Lopez passes to Giannis. Trying to get open is Lopez. And it's Giannis missing. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And George kicks to Batum. Offensive rebound. Zubac scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Pass to Zubac. Back to George. Leonard finds Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard from outside the arc. Another shot on the wing, Batum. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Zubac, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there, and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. Ivica Zubac is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Marcus Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Mann in at the two-guard spot. Zubac no good. The Bucks trail. Here's Tucker. Pass to Portis. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. Holiday against Rondo. Holiday gets the bucket.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
And Los Angeles guys shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Holiday against Rondo. Out to Morris. Kennard on the wing. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Portis. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Connaughton. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. Just misread that pass completely.
Here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Patterson. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Tucker with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Here's Portis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Portis has got the lead up to 2 now for Milwaukee.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Three-pointer. That shot is off. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Kennard, the pass to Rondo. Crafty move. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Middleton can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Boy, when Patrick Patterson doesn't shy away from contact, he is so effective. This guy's solid at the line.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Now, here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Lopez. Batum grabs the miss. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Only given up 6 here in this quarter.
You've got to be prepared on the catch to release quickly, and Paul George does that as well as anyone in the league.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Giannis. Just 5 on the clock. Batum, nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Here's Connaughton, defended by George. It's good. Giannis has got it all tied up now for Milwaukee.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
George passes to Patterson. Now, here's George. He's tightly guarded. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Leonard with the steal. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into half. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first... And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And here's Holiday. Giannis outside. And no good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Jackson with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Here's Batum. Lopez with the block. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Giannis has got 8.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Jackson kicks to George. Makes it off the glass. 7 points in the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Down low. Clock at 6. Middleton outside. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. Now Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. George against DiVincenzo. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Portis in the post. Zubac's defending. Count it. Portis has got the lead up to 3 now for the Bucks.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. The pass to Mann. And here is Zubac. Lays it up off the glass. Zubac has got 4 this quarter.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Holiday surveying the floor. Over to the left wing. And Tucker kicks to Holiday. And the layup falls. Holiday's got 6.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Here's Mann. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Holiday following the basket by Marcus Morris. Holiday attacking. That one goes in. He's got 8. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Rondo looking around. Pass to Kennard. Passes it to Zubac from 13. Rebounded by Tucker. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Forbes. Left side Portis. He kicks to Tucker. Back to Portis. Tries again. And they pick up 2.
Boy, that's the type of shot they'd like to get on every single possession.
Clippers trail by 3. Kennard with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. Now, here is Morris. Shoots over Tucker, and the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Well, you have to love what Tucker did there defensively.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Bucks on top. They're up by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Patterson in at the 5. Here's DiVincenzo. Patrick Patterson picking up that last bucket. Back to Giannis. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Nobody near George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, defended by Batum. Batum with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Leonard. That one drops for him. And the Clippers lead by 1.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Antetokounmpo against Batum. Here's Lopez, banked in off the glass.
Brook Lopez never stops working, especially inside where he has been a force.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Jackson finds Patterson. Outside Jackson. Here's George, and it's sent back by Lopez. Fast break, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo running. And that'll be 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Giannis. Paul George making his last shot. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. He gets that one.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Now here's Jackson. Over in the corner, Batum. Back to Jackson. There's the feed to Patterson. Doesn't go that time. The Bucks go the other way with it. Here's Giannis. And good that time. And it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
How about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
Holiday against Jackson. Outside Leonard. Feeds it to Patterson. Stolen by Middleton. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Outside, George, Batum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're up by 5. 1:06 left in the fourth. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good position, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He challenged his players to try to take control here. He said, this is when we want to be efficient. This is when we absolutely have to execute. See if they can get it done, Kevin.
Thank you, David. The deep three from George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now the pass to Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton from the arc. The Clippers grab the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Leonard. Pass to Oturu. Batum with the bounce pass. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. From deep, George. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Outside Holiday. Middleton on the wing. Beyond the arc. Cans it from downtown.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
No good. And so the Bucks take the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for And David.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here is Holiday. Back to Giannis. Middleton on the wing. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 14. And he nails the jumper. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And you got to appreciate the length Lopez has. He's effective at using it to stifle shooters.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Lillard. And it's Lillard on the follow.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Now, here's DiVincenzo. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Lillard dishes to Powell. Lillard up top, guarded by Holiday. Outside, Covington. Powell against Middleton.
Oh, he found the open space for mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
They get the rebound. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Off target with his 3.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
They recover it. On the wing, Holiday. Portland grabs the miss.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Derek Jones in for Norman Powell. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Connaughton's checked in. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Anthony, the pass to Jones. Holiday against Lillard. Kanter trying to free himself up. Lillard misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Connaughton passes to Giannis. Good work defensively by Anthony. Portland trailing here. Stolen by Holiday. Up the floor. And Middleton the bucket on the assist by Lopez. Middleton's got his second basket of the game.
And this helps build chemistry. Lopez looking to share the ball wherever he can.
Lillard bounce pass. Anthony against Giannis. Here's Jones. The pass to Kanter. Lillard with it. Lopez is there. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
He's finding some good shots early on. And what you like about it, he's not trying to do too much.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. On the wing, Giannis. Trying to get open is Lopez. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard outside. Dishes to McCollum. To the paint. Here's Kanter. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
7-second difference. Shot and game clock. And Middleton kicks to Connaughton. Back to Middleton from downtown. And it's Portland with the rebound. Anthony, the pass to Jones. McCollum with the ball from deep. It doesn't go for him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Bucks on top. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at point guard. Simons, the pass to Kanter. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's DiVincenzo. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Portis.
Nice contest by Kanter that time. It's a portion of his game he's improved on. Effort on D.
Here's Powell. Yes, that goes in. Powell's got his first basket.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's Portis. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Picked him clean. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's Powell. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Powell's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. DiVincenzo. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
A shot by Anthony, no good. Bucks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. He lobs it up. And Tucker kicks to Forbes. No good on the 3. And for Portland, they're shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. The shot by Powell, no good. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting around 40% from the floor here. Here's Connaughton. That shot off. Now Portland takes it the other way. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. And he lays it up and in. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him.
Right wing. Forbes the pass to Connaughton. Portis trying to free himself. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Connaughton. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Outside, Jones passes it to Powell. Pass to Simons. Just 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Cantor's shot is off.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
DiVincenzo kicks it to Tucker. Back to DiVincenzo. Shoots over Powell. And it's out of bounds. Well, they say it was last touched by DiVincenzo. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. McCollum right side. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Middleton. And a wide open look for McCollum. Portland no good that time either. To the middle. Here's Middleton. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Middleton's got 6.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
And that's it. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA halftime. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by. That's all for now.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Portland trailing here. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Nurkic dishes to Powell. Nurkic against Giannis. Knocked away. McCollum outside. Fires from 18. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. DiVincenzo finds Holiday. The Bucks working the ball around. To the inside. Here's Lopez. Count it, and the foul. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the game.
An effective low post score with a feathery touch. Lopez continues to prove his worth in this league.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Lillard, the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. There's the dish to Powell. Takes it out to Covington. Just 3 to shoot. Lillard from outside. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Portland. Little comes in for Norman Powell. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
And an excellent defender. The way Holiday disrupts and stays active and engaged on this end, outstanding.
DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Over Little. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Cullen passes to Lillard. Basket counts. Lillard's got 6 points.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
Now, Antetokounmpo. Down low. Here's Holiday. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Holiday's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Bucks. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lillard way outside. Again, the miss by Lillard.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the shot goes down. And it's a 6-point Bucks lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
It's McCollum on the wing. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Anthony finds Lillard, and that one good. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
There's never going to be hesitation from Lillard on his catch-and-shoot opportunities. His confidence through the roof on those.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Nurkic with the double team. Stolen by McCollum. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Feeds to Carmelo. Stolen by Middleton. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Lillard way outside. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lopez has got his 6th rebound on the night.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The second effort. He lays it in. Giannis has got the lead up to 8 now for Milwaukee.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Now here's Anthony. And here's McCollum for 3. Offensive rebound.
Now, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
35 seconds left in the third quarter. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shots. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and Involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Robert Covington, also Enes Kanter out there. Powell is out there with Jones, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Portis kicks to Middleton. Shot clock at 6. The second chance effort.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
And the dunk by Covington.
Proving he's not afraid to finish with power. Covington loves to dunk it home.
Here is Forbes. A 3-ball. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
And Jones has it in the corner. Powell for 3. Rebounded by Tucker. Bucks have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Outside Portis. And Forbes kicks to Portis. It's stolen by Jones. Powell with it. Now guarded by Middleton. And they take the lead.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Kanter. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Here is Forbes. Pass to Middleton. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Sinks that one from the post. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Portis. Here's Connaughton. Back to Portis. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
A high percentage shooter from these spots. Portis has tons of confidence in his inside scoring ability.
Kicks to Powell. There's the 3. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Milwaukee has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And the basket is good. And now a 3-point Milwaukee lead.
Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
Powell, the pass to Cannon. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Powell for 3. A 3-pointer is right on target.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You see this all too often. You have to be willing to put it in.
Forbes, the pass to Middleton. Lets it go with the 3. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And boy, you want to talk about taking the wind out of a crowd's sails there. A 3 to take the lead just moments after they'd given it up.
Here's Simons, guarded by Tucker. Kanter, the pass to Jones. Second chance shot. Kanter's shot is off. Bucks leading by 3. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Little comes in for Jones. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Milwaukee also making some changes. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Lillard with it. 46 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The putback, good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
What a calm player. I mean, Covington, even in high-stakes situations, he feels comfortable firing away.
Holiday goes in. Yes!
With experience, skill, and ability, Holiday makes for the perfect go-to scoring option.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The 3. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
He wants the ball. They want him to have the ball. And as usual, he comes through in the clutch.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're behind by 2. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Chris Middleton.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Lillard outside. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. Hey, Dave.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward spot. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And then Lillard slams it in.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Lillard surveying the D. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Powell down low, working on Zubac. Shoots the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Outside Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. 6 to shoot. On the wing, but 2. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
McCollum against George. Nurkic the pass to Powell. No good with the triple. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Morris against Anthony. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Melo buries these kind of shots all the time. It seems like there's not a difficult shot in Melo's handbook.
Rondo scanning the floor. And it's Portland with the rebound. And now Portland on the break. Anthony against Morris. Anthony kicks to Jones. And a miss there on the triple. The Clippers trail. Rondo dishes to Patterson. Morris passes to George. And he makes good on the layup.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
McCollum outside. Out to the wing. Simons the pass to McCollum. Lets it go from 11, and Portland again with the bucket.
I feel like when CJ gets a couple of these to go, it accentuates his ability and confidence to score from the outside as well.
Anthony with the block. For Los Angeles, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Foul for 3. No good that time. Tie game in Los Angeles. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he...
I look to the times where...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
They've got Morris. He's out there with Luke Kennard. Rajon Rondo is out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's man in at the 2-guard position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. It's Powell on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Jones. Portland needs to get off a shot, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. I'm glad we got to see the mobile 1 block once more. What a play.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Outside Rondo. Kicks to Patterson. Back to Rondo. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Leonard, that's for 2. And Cantor pulls it down.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And the basket by Lillard.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Rondo dishes to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Yeah, there's no excuse right there for not covering one of the guys on the floor, and that's Rondo around the rim where he can score.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Lillard attacking, and Cantor throws it down.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
Outside Rondo. And the pass to Kennard. And it's Portland with the rebound.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
Cantor kicks to Lillard. Inside, Anthony, the pass to Cantor. And that one is good. Cantor's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Rondo against Lillard. Rondo dishes to Patterson. And he banks in the layup. Patterson's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Patterson usually on the perimeter, this time down on the inside, doing a little bit of damage.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Batum grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Here's Lillard. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
We've got 1:08 left in the second quarter. Leonard inside, defended by Jones. Batum passes to Patterson. Excellent D from Cantor.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The shot by Powell, no good. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. 36 seconds left to play here in the half. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. George against McCollum. Passes to Simons. He feeds it to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Nurkic. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard's got the ball.
And we all know what a tough cover Kawhi has become. The defender got caught in a bad position and is kicking himself for it now.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Good on both.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Simons surveying the D. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the opening period. And that's a wrap.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. Greg, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
And the basket by McCollum.
Just so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Shot clock at 6. Portland grabs the miss.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
And stolen by Lillard. Jumps up, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Good hands by Lillard. You cannot get lazy or he'll pick your pocket and go the other way.
McCollum against George. Zubac the best to George. Got a piece of it. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Patterson, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Portland also making some changes. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. The rebound by Patterson. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Shot to stop the run. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, I'd be aware of Paul George, especially when he's that close. How about that throwdown?
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Leonard inside, working on Jones. Leonard finds Zubats. 4 on the clock. Back to Leonard. Shoots, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Little in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Simons. Here's Cantor. Up and in on the layup. And it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Up top, Zubats. And George, here we go. Goes back up. That's tipped. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Anthony in the corner. He kicks it to Cantor. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard with the ball. Jones covering. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Now, here's George. He's guarded closely. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And Portland with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Jones, great positioning on the putback. Jones has got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Zubats, and it's off the back rim, no good.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
And it's out of bounds, last touch by Jones.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
And here's Rondo. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back to the action after this word. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Batuma's out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubats. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Mann in at the shooting guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Mann passes to Zubats. Batum for 3. Lillard with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Kicks it out to Covington. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Clippers trail by 9. Morris into the lane. And he overshot that one, missing. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. A 3 from McCollum. And with the rebound. And here's Los Angeles. And the wide open shot from Morris. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Giles checked in for Nurkic. Here's Lillard. Off the inbound pass. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Batum wide open. He fires. Tips it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Lillard with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Kicks it out to Lillard. Off target from three-point range. And they go to the intentional foul. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Portland also making some changes. Cantor checked in for Giles. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Norman Powell subbed in for Little. To the paint, here's Batum. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Batum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Leonard, he's checked in for Morris. And Georgia subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
Kawhi Leonard.
Clippers trail by 6. George with the ball. And George with the stuff.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up, a huge shot at this moment in the game.
Lillard outside. And it's good for 2. Lillard's got 10 points in just the second half.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Batum with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Jackson has the open look. His three-pointers off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
That one falls. And now it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
Well, Cantor with a hustle play there, making more of an effort to beat the defense down the floor in transition.
Shot from the top of the key. Jackson misses. Portland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. McCollum, no good.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
You know, all the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard outside. He dishes it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Stolen by Zubac.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Well, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Leonard finds Jackson. From outside, off the mark.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's George, and McCollum with the block. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. In the corner, Powell with it. Trains it from beyond the arc.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Back to Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them.
about how you respond to the adversity.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Bucket is good. The great fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
Here's Holiday. Paul George making his last shot. Middleton for 3. Holiday finds Middleton. Just 4 to shoot. Rebound by the Clippers.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
Here's Giannis. Paul George making his last shot. Middleton looking it over. Shoots over Leonard. Middleton can't get it to go. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard's got the ball. Jackson drives in. 13 feet away. Leonard, no luck.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And again, the Bucks miss.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Count it. George has got 6.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's George. He has 6. Here's the floater. 2 points. That one goes. He's got 8.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Giannis against Batum. And Giannis throws it down.
And Antetokounmpo showing his versatility yet again. His dribble moves are virtually unguardable.
Outside Rondo. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Patterson can't get it to go.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
They grabbed their own miss. Here's Lopez. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Here's Rondo. Drops in the layup for 2.
You know, with Rondo's tenure in the league, he's been around now for over a decade and a half. He continues to give you flashes of that burst.
Back to Holiday. Here's Middleton. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Rondo looking around. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Leonard with no one around. Offline with his 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
DiVincenzo kicks to Lopez. They get it back. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Set him up well there. Brook Lopez showing his vision and willingness as a passer.
Outside Rondo. Kicks it out to Leonard. Now here's Rondo. And there's the pass to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
You know, Rondo's highest priority is to get his teammates open shots every trip. I mean, that's what makes him go and endears him to his teammates.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 6 points for him. Holiday gets the bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Outside Rondo. He kicks it to George. Pass to Batum. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Lopez inside, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. A good, close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers ahead, up 1. We'll be back shortly live. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say about losing.
I think the most important lesson that I got is
all part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, P.J. Tucker is out there with Portis. Then it's Holiday, and it's Connaughton in at the 3. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Kennard. High post shot. That one no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. Portis kicks to Forbes. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The 10-footer. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Milwaukee in the lead. Lobs it up for Holiday. It's stolen by Morris. Outside for Jackson. The tray. The rebound by the Bucks. Connaughton passes to Portis. Back to Connaughton. No good on the triple.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson down low, guarded by Holiday. Outside Jackson. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Holiday against Jackson. And Tucker has it in the corner. Here is Forbes. 5 on the clock. Here's Connaughton. Kennard with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Passes it to Zubac. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Forbes dishes to Tucker. And there it is for him. Tucker's got his first bucket in this one. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say where our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. The pass to Portis. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 1. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness.
Here's Rondo. Kicks it to Patterson. And he gets the whistle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Lopez inside. Patterson on him. Count the basket.
Well, he is so tough to deal with inside. Lopez just too big and too skilled.
Here's George, and that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Bucks lead by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They didn't get more than a one-possession lead in the period. 3 points was as big as it got. Looking at... Thanks for joining.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds him. Great feel for the game.
Holiday surveying the floor. Antetokounmpo, no good. The Clippers trail. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Outside, Batum. The offensive rebound. Zubac kicks to George. Nails the baby hook. George has got 10.
Taking advantage of that length inside. George has the size and touch to score with ease from there.
With the floater, and it's Antetokounmpo with the bucket inside. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Outside Jackson. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
The Bucks trail. to DiVincenzo. The shot comes out. The Clippers go the other way with it. Pass to Kennard. Over Giannis. Kennard's shot is off. The Bucks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Kennard, the pass to Morris. The three-pointer off the mark. The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Giannis. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
It is simply amazing to watch Antetokounmpo sprint the floor like an Olympic track star, covering up so much ground with those long strides the way he does.
Morris against Giannis. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And here we go. The Bucks running again. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Nice awareness from the young forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo showing he wants to work it to his guys.
And here's Kennard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Leonard on the wing. Over Middleton. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Giannis against Morris. Giannis outside. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Man passes to Kennard. With a step back. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Kick out to Giannis from past the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Outside Holiday. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Shot from free throw range. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Here's Zubac. And he uses the glass on the layup. And it's now only a 1-point Milwaukee lead.
And, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Lopez. Pass to DiVincenzo. And the rejection by Zubac. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. They've got Portis. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in at the 2-guard spot. One-on-one here. Here's Tucker. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Well, you've got to recognize how active Middleton is on defense. I mean, this is a guy that you can't afford to be careless around.
Outside Rondo. He kicks to Patterson. Shoots over Tucker. Patterson can't get it to go. Milwaukee leading by 3. Here's DiVincenzo. And he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Outside Jackson. Out to the right wing. Poke loose. A solo fast break. Here's DiVincenzo. Rebound by the Clippers. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Jackson has the open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. DiVincenzo against Jackson. DiVincenzo passes to Portis. It's good.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Left side Jackson. And it's the Bucks on the break. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
A difficult cover on the break. Tucker can beat you both squaring up and at the rim.
Clippers trail by 6. Rondo with it. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Outside Batum. 4 on the shot clock. Stolen by Tucker. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Back to Tucker. And no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. It's Jackson with the drive. Count that one. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
DiVincenzo against Jackson. DiVincenzo passes to Portis. Reggie Jackson with the rebound for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Here's George. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're in front by 2. 1:41 left in the 4th quarter of this one. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Holiday in for Pat Connaughton. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move. Right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a 1-possession game.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. 1:04 left here in the 4th quarter. Lays it up and banks it in.
The big fella, Brook Lopez, coming up with a gigantic 4th quarter score.
Kennard against DiVincenzo. On the wing, Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Up again. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Here's Milwaukee now. They lead by 4. For 3, Middleton kept alive.
And in addition to his great talent, Antetokounmpo has the reputation of being an outstanding leader as well. He's a clutch player who demands the ball in these situations. You love that.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Takes it out to Leonard. Clock at 6. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Holiday. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Holiday's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bucks.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Now the pass to Kennard. And stolen by DiVincenzo. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Terrific. David, thanks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the pivot, manning the middle. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Now, here's Lillard. The dish to McCollum. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Here's Giannis after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Outside Holiday. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Portland the other way. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. McCollum kicks to Covington. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Powell. Just 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots, having a little trouble finding their legs.
Trying to get open is Lopez. Antetokounmpo, no good. Portland trailing here. Powell kicks to Covington. Powell with it, outguarded by Giannis. Over Middleton. Nurkic the pass to Powell. Lillard, right side. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. 1:52 left here in the opening quarter. Lillard against Middleton. And Lillard kicks to Covington. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Floats it up for Giannis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
Encouraging to see Lillard focus on improving his defense, showing solid instincts to come up with that steal.
Bucks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Now here is Holiday. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Yep, it counts.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Here's Lillard. Outside, Covington. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Covington. Foul for 3. Rebound by Drew Holiday. The Bucks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Middleton. And it's Portland with the rebound. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball. Launches it. The rebound by Holiday. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting to start out this game about 43%. And the dunk by Giannis.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Lillard surveying the D. He kicks it to Nurkic, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here is Forbes. Here's Portis. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And still a close game. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about
being able to go through adversity and come out stronger.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the two-guard position. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. And Portland making a change here. Little's checked in. Here's Simons. The pass to Cantor. Outside Anthony. Out left to the wing. For the three. They get it again. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Now here's Little. He's covered closely. Cantor kicks to Little. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Shot clock at 6. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Anthony's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Middleton looking it over. From the line. He can't hit that time. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. There's the lob to the hoop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Forbes, the pass to Middleton. Another miss by Middleton. Portland leading by 5. Here's Jones. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Middleton. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Here's Simons. Passes it to Little. To the middle, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Bucks making a change here. Holiday's checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now here is Holiday. Pass to Portis from about 16. The feed to Forbes. Second shot opportunity. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Portis.
A high percentage shooter from these spots. Portis has tons of confidence in his inside scoring ability.
Here's Lillard. There's 1:26 left in the first half. Takes the 3. They get it back.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
1:12 left in the first half of basketball. And here's Holiday. And that one drops.
An intense competitor. It's clear that Holiday enjoys going hard at the defense and finishing on them.
Now, here's Lillard. There's 48 seconds left here in the second. Anthony on the wing. Dishes it to Nurkic, and the shot is good. And that's now 6 points for Nurkic.
Well, I love Nurkic's shot selection. I mean, outstanding at getting to his spots and converting.
Holiday against Lillard. Here's Portis. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Holiday. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Nurkic. In the corner, it's Little. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. From deep three-point range, the long-distance 3 is buried. And now it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
The outside shot of Lillard is pure. I mean, he always seems to have the look that's going in.
Holiday goes in. Banked in off the glass. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to... The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams. And that'll do it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's been getting it done is Jusuf Nurkic.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Cantor in at the center position. And here's Holiday after the three-pointer from Robert Covington. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Lillard with it. He's got 5. Now McCollum, and stolen by DiVincenzo. It's 2-on-1. It's stolen by Jones, and there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. And it's Jones with the ball for Portland. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Simons, he's jacked in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Cantor. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Outside, Jones. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And it's Milwaukee's ball. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Kicks it out to McCollum. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Bucks trail by 7. Now here's Antetokounmpo. 6 points for him. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Here's Lopez after the made shot from Robert Covington. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Portland grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. It's deflected. On the wing, Holiday. 9 points in the game so far. Bucks passing it around. DiVincenzo finds Giannis. Kicks it down to Middleton. Left side, Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Hey, guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Here's Simons. Feeds it to Cantor. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Cantor's got 5 now.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
1:07 left in the third quarter. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Takes it out to Covington. Here's Powell. Fires from deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Little, he's checked in for Jones. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Here's Lopez, and the layup is good.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Lillard fires away from way outside. The rebound by Middleton. The Bucks have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. That ties the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Here's Lillard. The shot's good. 7 points in the game.
A pick-and-roll master. You got to respect how decisive Lillard is. I mean, he often makes great decisions.
Lobbed up there for Lopez. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Tie game in Milwaukee. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Dante DiVincenzo. E.J. Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
That's a 2 from Lillard. No good off the back of the rim.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Oh, looking to connect with the open man Portis. He's got the right mentality out there.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. Makes it off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make when he plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. And that's now 9 points for Lillard. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Taken away by Anthony. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, look at how quickly Lillard leaps out in transition. He wants to run down the throat of the D, burn him in the open floor.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Portland grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And it's McCollum off the drive. And it goes down 2 points. Now it's a 6-point Portland lead.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Chris Middleton comes in for Bobby Portis, and it's Drew Holiday in for Pat Connaughton. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Devin is trying to keep him focused.
Thank you, David. And that one's good. Lillard.
The remarkable range of Lillard. I mean, you see these shots he makes from distance with ease, effortless release.
And he commits the intentional foul. Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. And a switch here also for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Lillard outside. Here's McCollum. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Here's Lillard after Drew Holiday's score. Here is Lillard. Kicks it to Covington. Back to Lillard. Stolen by Holiday. Out on his own on the break. Here's Tucker. Oh, and he can't cap off the break.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Oh, man, you just want to go find some place to hide, man. It's almost impossible to miss that.
Fast break, Milwaukee. Holiday finds Middleton. Goes up at the stripe. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Lillard outside. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Bucks trail by 9. Holiday goes in. It's good.
Look, when someone's open, Lopez will find him, using his height to see over the defense.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Lillard. 1:02 left in the game. To the paint. Lopez with the steal.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Oh, yeah, a little room for error now. We'll see what they run.
Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tipping.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off, too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Anthony on the wing, defended by Middleton. Stolen by Tucker.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, you're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters. Gets the look he wants and still no love. Tough night for him.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. Tipped away. Fast break, Milwaukee. Pass to Holiday. Middleton with it. And they will call over the back on the play.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
A little too aggressive. You appreciate the hustle, but you want to be smart about it.
And so it's Portland winning this one. A truly gutsy performance. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar.
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Powell in at the 3 spot. Now, here's George. Outside Jackson. From deep. And the rebound by Nurkic. Powell against Leonard. Portland moving the ball around. Down low. McCollum passes to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
Here's Lillard. Paul George making his last shot. Shot clock at 5. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Clearly a foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
So he gets them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Outside Jackson. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants. You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
Lillard looking around. Stolen by Jackson. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Covington with the ball. Lays it up off the glass.
Showing off the agility and quickness. Covington knows where to get when the break is on.
Outside, George. Over McCollum. And McCollum with the block. He dishes it to Lillard. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Covington. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Batum. Here's George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Batum. Jackson in the corner. Zubac trying to break loose. And again, no good by the Clippers. And they're on the break. Powell for 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now, here's George. Right side Jackson. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Now here's Jackson. .46 seconds left in the first. Nurkic with the block.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
And a wide open look for McCollum, and it's off from three-point range. Leonard with no one around, and the three ball is good.
A guy who's made only 25% on threes in college, Kawhi's range has increased as much as anyone's.
Lillard against Jackson. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Zubac. Jackson down low. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Quick off his feet, the long arms, easy jam for Jackson.
It's all tied in Portland. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
We've got Little. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And here's Rondo. Pass to Patterson. Puts up a three. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Patterson's got the lead up to 3 now for Los Angeles. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. He feeds it to Anthony. He kicks to Kanter. The wide open shot by Little. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Los Angeles leading by 3. Outside Rondo. Morris outside. Fires the three. The shot by Rondo is no good. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Anthony. The shot off that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Kennard the pass to Rondo. And Jones sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Now, here's Kennard. He's guarded closely. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Rondo, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers trail by 3. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Now here's McCollum. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The shot's good from Kanter.
Defensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Outside Rondo. Passes it to Patterson. Got a hand on it. Outside Anthony. Pass to McCollum. Puts it up from 12. That's good on the jump shot. Now just a 1-point Clipper lead.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
The pass to Rondo. Buries it from 3-point range. Rondo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Now here's McCollum. Outside, Jones. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Rondo kicks to Morris. Jones against Kennard. Patterson can't get it to go.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
McCollum outside. Another shot. Cantor. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. Cantor's got his second basket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Mann. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Rondo dishes to Patterson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Morris. Feeds it to Patterson. Shoots over Cantor. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Enes Kanter.
You have to like the way Patterson can bait defenders into a foul. Very crafty.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard the pass to Covington, and he gets it to go.
All-out effort all the time. Covington was undrafted, and he's worked his way into NBA minutes.
The Trailblazers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And as a team, excellent a season ago. About 80% when they got to the line.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 5. Pass to George. Back to Jackson. The 3. But they'll get another chance. And a close game so far. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the team. And that does it for our...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Now Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. A dish now to Batum. Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot and contact. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Powell. McCollum outside. And that one good.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
George looking over the floor. Launches a three. Zubac. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 1. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Nobody near Lillard. The Trailblazers rebound. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A second chance effort. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Now Batum following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
That's just being out of sync, and at the worst time, costly.
For the Trailblazers, Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Carmelo Anthony in for C.J. McCollum. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Outside Rondo. Outside for Batum. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Giles checked in for Robert Covington, and it's Simons in for Lillard. Powell with it. Outside Anthony. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Morris into the lane. Patterson finds Batum. Good on the three-point shot. Batum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
A minute 20 left in the third. Simons and Rondo sends it back, and he gets the bucket. Giles has got his first points of the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Rondo looking around. Outside, Batum. Back to Rondo. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Rondo's got 7 points.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And really inside the paint is where Cantor thrives. His dominant approach lets him just own that space.
Now here's Rondo. Defense right on him. And here's Batum. Pass to man. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's Anthony. Got it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Clippers lead by 1. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Giles is out there with Little. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's Jarrett Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now, here's Zubats. 6 on the shot clock. And George, here we go. Nurkic with the steal. One-on-one fast break. McCollum passes to Giles to take the lead. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. Jackson looking around. Poked away. Kicks it out to Leonard. McCollum against George. And George with the stuff.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Giles. Back to Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got his 6th rebound on the night. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That is his first foul of the game. Robert Covington's checked in for Harry Giles. George against McCollum. Jackson down low. Clippers moving the ball around. Batum against Covington. Covington with the steal. And now Portland on the break. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now, here's Lillard. Ring shot on the way. Offensive rebound. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Jackson down low, covered by Lillard. In the corner, George with it. And the pass to Zubats. Outside Leonard. Shoots over Nurkic. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Here's Lillard. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Here's George. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Now, here's Lillard. And they call the coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Jones checked in for a little. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. We'll see if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Powell finds Canner. Yep, that one goes.
And his teammates love it. Canner taking charge on a huge possession. You can just see him brimming with confidence, not afraid of the big moment.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Portland leading by 5. Powell, the pass to Carmelo. Back to Powell. Outside Anthony. Canner in the corner. Anthony on the wing. Good on the shot. Anthony's got the lead up to 7 now for Portland.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they tighten up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Now here's Leonard. Now Rondo. The putback. It's in. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Left side Jones. And Lillard kicks to Powell. No good from outside. Outside, George can't connect. So the Trailblazers win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job.